Well, good afternoon, everyone. Meteorologist Michael Wilhite here with Southern Indiana weather. It is 1:30 Eastern, 12:30 Central Time on Sunday, February the 16th, 2014, and here is your QuickCast video for today. And of course, today's video is sponsored by High Voltage Mobile DJ Service. You can give Nathan a call here at the number on your screen, 630-9465. Make sure that you visit him on the web here at djhighvoltage.com and tell him Southern Indiana weather sent you. All right, not too bad outside. We've warmed up across the area to the mid-30s for most of us, still hanging on to the upper 20s here in some areas. Sun with a little bit of clouds out there, but this is certainly nice compared to what we have had over the past few days. No snow to have to deal with today. Now, we got a little bit of a warming trend that we're going to deal with tomorrow, and then beyond that, we've got a very nice warming trend to talk about this week. With that will also come the potential risk for severe weather, which I'll talk about here in just a moment. Now, tomorrow, depending on where you live, will be a very interesting type of situation. I think most of us are going to warm up to where it's just plain rain. But folks closer to the Indianapolis area and northward are going to be dealing more with potentially a mix. Let's talk about it and let's look at future radar here, and we'll put this into motion. Here we are by noon tomorrow afternoon, and you can see the 4-kilometer NAM or high-res NAM it's not aggressive with the temperatures. Now, some warm us up to the 40s tomorrow, and I'm forecasting a high near 40 for us here in the southwest corner of the state. But, the high-res models, the latest one is not as aggressive as it had been with the warmer weather. And so as you put this into motion, you can see it does lift the 32-degree line finally north of us and bring us a mostly rain threat. But it starts out as it moves closer towards us with maybe a little bit of a wintry mix at the start. So we'll have to see whether that pans out or not. I think we're going to be fine and warm up mostly by then. Looks to me like the main threat will be points closer towards Indianapolis, and you can see that you deal with heavy snow here in northern Indiana and sort of a mix after that. But then, pretty quickly it's all gone. Here you are again. We'll start this out. Here's 11 a.m. Eastern time, and then very quickly the rain moves through, and it's cleared the area by 5, 6 o'clock at night. So not a long-term rain event, but certainly a little bit of a rain event for us tomorrow. The GFS is actually a little bit colder solution as I put this into motion. Here you are by the afternoon. It does keep it mostly rain for us, but you notice here's the 35-degree line, and so the GFS keeps our temperature a lot colder than what the NAM does. I'm not really buying into that solution. I think we're going to get closer to the 40-degree mark here in southwest Indiana. GFS also wants to make it sort of a potentially a freezing rain type of mix for northern Indiana, mixing in with some of that heavier snow. So that's just one of those things that we'll have to keep an eye on for north of us, but I don't think that's going to slide far enough here in the south. Most of us in the southern part of the state here, I think we'll be pretty good overall. Temperature-wise, as I said, the NAM, gives us the mid-30s, but if you take a look at the Canadian model, Canadian warms us with a nice warm surge here into the 40s. The southwest corner here around Posey County is sort of cut out below the river, and that's just the way this map is. There's nothing I can do about it. But here, where just if you're in the Evansville area, the 41-degree that you see here is actually the Evansville Regional Airport. So you are covered down in there. It just doesn't look like it. But in general, 40 to 45 or so here for the southern part of the state according to the Canadian model. Again, the GFS is a lot lower with temperatures more towards the mid-30s for us. I'm not particularly buying that solution. We're going to be on the warm side of the low as it moves over us, so that should pump us up with those southerly winds tomorrow pretty nicely to at least the near 40 mark. So it'll be a cold rain, but hey, you know what? It's not snow like we've had, so I think we can be happy about that. The other thing that we want to keep an eye on for later this week, besides some sunshine and some warmer temperatures, which you'll see in the 7-day here in a minute, is the risk for some severe weather later this week. And Storm Prediction Center has already outlined portions of our area here underneath of a slight risk for severe weather on Thursday afternoon. Right now, the main threats look like damaging straight-line winds. We can't rule out tornadoes, but the tornado threat looks more limited at this point. Really, to me, it looks more like a squall line moving through sometime on Thursday afternoon. We'll keep you updated. Now, the significant thing about this is, remember, this far out on days 4 through 8, the SPC, the Storm Prediction Center, only issues slight risks when it's a 30% slight risk or greater, which is the high-end slight risk. So that's one to take note of. This far out, they're already saying this could be a fairly significant event. So we'll watch it. Again, it's too far to know 100% sure this far out, but it's certainly one that we want to keep an eye on. And, If you want to know the more of the in-depth parameters, they are there, and I'm going to cover that in our longer videos. So if you're interested in knowing that, you can go to our YouTube site as well and just look at the longer range video that I'm going to do after I record this one, and you'll be able to see a little bit more about that. All right, go to southernindianaweather.com. You can get your 7-day forecast. Around 35 in our area for today. Tonight, 25, partly cloudy skies. We've got that rain moving in tomorrow. Upper 30s to low 40s kind of across the area. Again, a wintry mix maybe from Bloomington and north, but I think those of us here in the southern part of the state going to stay all rain, and hey, it's going to be a nice warm day compared to what we have had. And then take a look at Tuesday, up to the almost 50-degree mark, and then we do get some 50s by the time you move later in the week, even to the low 60s on Thursday. But again, it could come with a price because the SPC has already lined us up for a severe risk, slight risk potentially for severe weather. We will keep an eye on it, and then, you know, hey, in the 7 days it looks like some very nice weather. But enjoy the brief reprieve from the cold temperatures while you can, because later on down in the month, I'll show you this just really briefly. We've got snow in the forecast again. This is the 27th of February, and you see the GFS taking us with another decent-sized snowstorm. So don't think that winter is over yet. We get a brief reprieve from the temperatures, and that's nice, but winter will make a comeback again eventually. So just enjoy this week while you've got it. All right, that's it for today's QuickCast video. If you want the more in-depth video, go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/user/WilhiteWX, and you can find our longer range videos. All right, for Southern Indiana weather, I'm meteorologist Michael Wilhite. Have a great day, folks.